His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah received congratulatory cables on the occasion of the 54th National Day anniversary, the 24th Liberation Day anniversary and the 9th anniversary of His Highness the Emir's assumption of power. His Highness the Emir received cables from His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. The National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Ali Al Ghanem. His Highness the Chief of the National Guard Sheikh Salim Al Ali Al Salim Al Sabah. The Deputy Chief of the National Guard Sheikh Mish'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. His Highness Sheikh Nasser Al Muhammad Al Ahmed Al Sabah. And His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al Mubarak Al Hamad Al Sabah, the Prime Minister. In their cables, they express loyalty to Kuwait and pray to Almighty Allah to perpetuate lasting health and wellness on His Highness the Emir in continuing his peaceful march and attain further development, prosperity and progress in the country. In his turn, His Highness the Emir congratulated them and all Kuwaiti people on the national celebrations and expressed appreciation of their honest sentiments and generous prayers. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah received congratulatory cables from leaders of Arab and friendly countries on the occasion of the 54th National Day anniversary, the 24th Liberation Day anniversary and the 9th anniversary of His Highness the Emir's assumption of power. In his turn, His Highness the Emir sent them reply cables expressing gratitude over their noble sentiments and wished them everlasting health as well as further development and progress to the relations between their countries and Kuwait. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah sent a cable of congratulations to His Highness the Chief of the National Guard Sheikh Salim Al Ali Al Sabah on the occasion of the 54th National Day anniversary and the 24th Liberation Day anniversary. His Highness the Crown Prince also sent a cable of congratulations to Sheikh Mubarak Al Abdullah Al Ahmed Al Sabah on the same occasions. His Highness the Crown Prince received reply cables from both figures congratulating His Highness on the national celebrations and praying to Almighty Allah for more prosperous returns of these occasions. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah received congratulatory cables on the occasion of the 54th National Day anniversary and the 24th Liberation Day anniversary. His Highness the Crown Prince received cables from the National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Ali Al Ghanem and senior sheikhs. The Deputy Chief of the National Guard Sheikh Mish'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. His Highness Sheikh Nasser Al Muhammad Al Ahmed Al Sabah. His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al Mubarak Al Hamad Al Sabah, the Prime Minister. And the First Lady Premier and Foreign Minister Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah. Moreover, His Highness the Crown Prince received congratulatory cables on the same occasions from senior sheikhs, ministers, governors, senior state officials, MPs, members of the diplomatic corps and a large number of citizens and expatriates. His Highness the Crown Prince sent them reply cables congratulating them and all Kuwaiti people on the national celebrations and expressing appreciation of their honest sentiments. His Highness the Crown Prince also wished Kuwait further advancement and growth under the wise leadership of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. The State of Kuwait marks the 24th Liberation Day anniversary that coincides with the 54th National Day anniversary and the 9th anniversary of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah assumption of power. These joyful celebrations come amid great and well-rooted achievements witnessed by the state over more than half a century, which covered Kuwait into a further modernized country in all domains. Kuwait's embassies and diplomatic missions abroad are also celebrating the national days as foreign senior leaders and representatives of major powers affirmed keenness on maintaining solid ties with the Gulf state and hailing its well-viewed philanthropic efforts globally. The UN Security Council called on all parties in Yemen, including the Houthis, to adhere to resolving their differences through dialogue and consultation. The UNSC urged them to reject acts of violence to achieve political goals and refrain from provocation and all unilateral actions that undermine the political transition. The members of the Security Council welcomed in a statement that the legitimate president of Yemen, Abdurrabbu Mansour Hadi, is no longer under house arrest and demanded that the Houthis immediately, unconditionally and safely release Prime Minister Khalid Bahah, members of the cabinet and all individuals still under house arrest or arbitrarily detained. The UNSC welcomed the intention of the Yemeni president, Abdurrabbu Mansour Hadi, to engage in good faith in the UN-brokered negotiations. A monitoring group said the so-called Islamic State have abducted at least 220 people from Syrian Christian villages in northeastern Syria during a three-day offensive. The British-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said the abductions took place when IS militants captured 10 villages near Hasaka, a city mainly held by Kurds, in the past 3 days. The United States condemned the attacks, which it said included the burning of homes and churches and the abduction of women, children and the elderly. As a result of these attacks, hundreds of residents have now fled to the two main cities in Hasaka province. One person was killed and 7 others injured, including policemen, when 5 bombs exploded in Cairo today. Egypt's Interior Ministry said in a statement that a bomb exploded outside a restaurant in the residential district of Imbaba, killing 1 and wounding 2. 3 policemen were wounded when another device went off near a police station in the district of Al-Warra near Imbaba. 3 other bombs exploded in the nearby district of Mohandesin, according to the Interior Ministry. They caused limited damage to shops, but no injuries were reported. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry questioned the judgment of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over his stance on Iran's nuclear program. Netanyahu has criticized the United States and others for giving up on trying to stop Iran obtaining nuclear weapons. After attending the latest Iran nuclear talks in Geneva, Kerry said the Israeli Prime Minister was wrong to prejudge the talks and hoped for agreement with Iran. In other developments, Kerry said the United States and Iran have a mutual interest in defeating the so-called Islamic State group, but the two countries are not cooperating to do so. He said the United States had not asked Tehran to get involved in the fight against the IS group. Afghan officials said a suicide attack on a Turkish embassy vehicle in Kabul today killed at least 1 person. The bomber rammed a vehicle carrying explosives into the car in the Afghan capital's diplomatic quarter, killing a Turkish soldier. The attack took place outside the Iranian embassy, which is next to the Turkish mission. It's believed the convoy was picking up a NATO ambassador, Ismail Aramaz, who was staying at the Turkish embassy. However, the Taliban later said it carried out the attack, with a spokesman saying the target was a convoy of US troops. Elsewhere in Afghanistan, rescuers are searching for dozens of people believed to be trapped under snow after a series of deadly avalanches north of the capital, Kabul. Officials said at least 187 people were killed and 129 injured after homes were deluged with snow. Kuwait University College of Arts, in cooperation with the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait, recently co-hosted the American-Kuwaiti Friendship Ceremony Liberation Day commemoration to mark the 24th anniversary of the liberation of Kuwait. The emotionally compelling ceremony was attended by U.S. Ambassador to Kuwait, Douglas Silliman, Dean of the College of Arts, Dr. Hayat Al-Haji, and the faculty's teaching staff and students. Linwa Jabouri brings us this report.
More than 2 decades have passed since the liberation of Kuwait, a day that the Kuwaitis embrace dearly, as it is a day that gave them back their right of freedom and their beloved homeland. Kuwait Liberation Day is a big day to celebrate, reflect and to tell the younger generation a part of their history, which is emotionally potent.
This event is celebrating the Liberation Day in Kuwait, and really what it's a sign is the strength of the cooperation between the United States and Kuwait. At this point in history, it was military cooperation, but what we've seen is that over the years, and even before then, the bedrock of the relationship is more than military. It's economic, it's social, and it's even more, it's the bonds of friendship. So this day is a way for us to, is a time for us to reflect and say, you know what, the bonds of friendship are strong between Kuwait, and they're going to get stronger.
We are very grateful for the U.S. To support us during the invasion of Saddam Hussein, but we actually believe in the Kuwait is improving all the time and becoming better. But first of all, we have to believe in the new generation as educator. and we'll do our best to make them better and better. But I really believe we should go back to the military conscription because like I was in Kuwait Army for 1 year after I graduated, after I came back to Kuwait, and then I joined, and then I went to my work at KISAR, Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research. And after the invasion, I was in the States during the invasion. And I was so glad that His Excellency Rahmatullah alayh, Sheikh Jabir Ahmed والحكومة الكويتية, they came out of Kuwait and left. So once we had a government, we are okay.
The ceremony started with music set played by the US Army Rock Band, followed by a speech by Dr. Hayat Al-Hajji. In her speech, she explains that these days of each year in February, the state of Kuwait celebrates the national holidays which recall the big role played by the United States in the liberation of Kuwait during the Iraqi invasion, and the role of the coalition forces led by the US.
This shared experience, this trial by fire in which both of our countries participated, has cemented a friendship between our two countries and has deepened the cultural and political and social and economic ties that are the foundation of our relationship today.
On his part, Dr. Badr al-Hajji presented his experience during the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait, where he joined the Kuwaiti army which helped to liberate Kuwait, praising the significant role played by the United States during the crisis. The US Embassy commemorated Kuwait's Liberation Day with Kuwaitis by sharing their own personal, sentimental experiences during the invasion of Kuwait. From Kuwait University, Kaifan campus, I'm Genwa Jabouri reporting to you for the English News.
For a chance to see our reports again, please visit our YouTube channel at MOI Kuwait News and recap tonight's news. Here are the headlines once again. His Highness the Emir exchanges cables of congratulations with local, Arab and world leaders on the occasion of the national celebrations. His Highness the Crown Prince exchanges cables of congratulations with senior local officials on the occasion of the national celebrations. The State of Kuwait celebrates the 24th anniversary of liberating Kuwait from the Iraqi invasion. And a series of bomb attacks hit Egypt's capital, Cairo, killing 1 person and wounding 7 others. Thank you for joining us. Have a good evening.